All right. Hey guys, how are you? I am so excited to be with you again on this Tuesday night to talk with you about some things that I use on my spiritual journey. And that is, of course, the tarot. So today we are here to talk about the Empress, which I'm so excited about. So let's talk about the Empress on the physical level. We'll take a minute to look at the card. Just want to make sure you can see it. There she is. She has a beautiful river behind her, and she has roses on her dress. Aren't those roses? Yes. Roses. Yes. She has roses on her dress. I think they're roses. Nobody's told me anything different. Roses. She's sitting in a beautiful place. Like anywhere where there's a river or there's water, things are fertile and they're constantly growing and being created. Whenever there's no water, wherever there's a drought, it's hard for creation and for life to sustain itself. So if you look at this card, the Empress is sitting down on a throne or on a beautiful, comfortable chair, and she's pregnant. She has a crown on her head, and she has the sign for femininity next to her. I can't really see, but I believe it's like right here. So as I said, this card means a lot to me because it's pretty much my soul's purpose. I was put on this earth to create. So this card means a lot to me because I take pride in being a mother. So this is me. all the way. And it just answered so many things in my subconscious and my conscious that I couldn't answer. Like certain things just resonated with me. And when I was able to really learn the cards, it put so many pieces together, so many missing pieces, put so much together for me in my life. So I hope that it does the same for you. So just because this is my soul purpose card, if it resonates with you, it resonates for a reason, okay? So it doesn't mean anything. And even when this card is drawn for you, it could have a whole lot of meaning. So we're here to talk about the meanings, and I'm also here to inspire you to create using the meaning behind this card. All right. So the Empress represents motherhood and fertility. The Empress represents fertility and pregnancy, and not necessarily pregnancy in the physical realm with a child or a human, but also pregnancy and the fertility of ideas and of things that you may create or you want to create. So in the Magician card, which we did that video, it was kind of like the spark of an idea. It was something coming from nothing, a dream, you could say. And then we had the High Priestess is the fork in the road, if you will, and trying to decide which direction you want to go. And the Empress is the direction that you chose. It is pretty much the first step of action when something is to be created. So that is what the Empress means on a physical level. The Empress is also represented by Venus. It's the planet of love and fertility and abundance and harmony and creativity and beauty and just the life that you love. And when I say abundance, financial abundance, I mean, we can just go on for days about, and we all know a lot about Venus. Venus is one of those planets that everyone pretty much is familiar with. Logically, the Empress is represented by Venus, the planet of love, harmony, balance, creativity, aesthetics. Physically, the Empress is also telling you to pamper yourself, take care of yourself, and love on others. The Empress also represents self-love. And it's so funny that the Empress represents self-love. If you watch any of my other videos from the past, 4 or 5 years, self-love has been my thing. It's like what I live for, is to help people understand the importance of loving yourself. And how ironic is it that the Empress represents self-love and the ability to love yourself. How can you truly love and care and nurture others if you don't know how to love and care and nurture yourself? So, emotionally, this card is telling you to step outside of yourself, step outside of your desires, and pour into someone else's life, and to nurture someone else's needs. Emotionally, if it's not that, then emotionally it's telling you to nurture and care for yourself. A lot of times we are there for so many other people emotionally that we're not there for ourselves. When we cannot give in abundance if we don't give to ourselves. Spiritually, the Empress is represented by the Earth Mother, Gaia, and which I believe is beautiful. It's Mother Earth. It's taking care of this planet. It is asking you to understand that when you are being challenged by negativity and you are facing negativity, it's telling you to transmute that energy. And I know I've probably talked about it in other videos, but transmuting energy is so important. It is key to life. And so as an artist myself, a lot of times I'll get angry or I'll feel this burst of love and I don't know where to direct it. Well, this card is telling me to transmute that energy into something that I love. When I'm feeling angry and I'm freaking pissed off, instead of lashing out into someone else's bubble, I have the opportunity and I have the ability to transmute that energy into something positive. The beautiful thing about Earth is that it's able to absorb energy. So it's asking you, instead of having this negative energy just flowing all around in the universe, allow her to absorb it so that she can transmute it into something beautiful. That's what she does. She creates life from death. The Earth Mother is always there to show love and support, even when you feel like you don't deserve it or you don't need it. So what I'd like to do is go through my 5 steps. And if you have been watching my videos for the past few years, then you probably know them by now. But these steps are real. And if you really want to tap into the energy of the Empress, or if you really want to start walking out these steps to self-love, I strongly encourage you to listen, write these steps down, because they can help you, because I swear by them. I have walked them out, I have lived them out, and I have learned to love myself. I have learned how to love others and accept others for who they are and not try to change them based off of these 5 steps. So the first step is gratitude, being thankful. And it's so funny that I am talking about gratitude. I'm going to show you all these amazing Oracle cards that I bought. I was going to do an unboxing on these cards, but I was so excited to open it up. I didn't even care. But these cards are amazing. And oh my God, like, I draw a card for myself every day. So if I really have a hard time finding something to be grateful for, I will pull out this Oracle deck. So if you're not familiar with cards, of divination cards of any kind, there are tarot cards that give you like specific things in life that the divine is trying to tell you. And the Oracle cards are pretty much like messages to go along with them. And a lot of people have created amazing Oracle cards. So this one is called Blessings by Julia Cameron. And they're gratitude cards. Can you see that? Yeah. And so literally like every day, pretty much, I'll draw a card. Even if I can find 1,000 things to be grateful for, like I will still draw a card. and they're so beautiful. Let's see if I can draw a card now. Let me draw one for you guys. An intuitive message in the middle of Tarot Tuesday. Why not? And if a card ever jumps out when you're drawing cards, that is the card that you're supposed to listen to. And you just wait for a stop. Okay, so this one keeps coming up. I'm going to pull this card. I keep seeing it. It stands out. It's green, which represents the Empress card. Beautiful. You see that? The dream of God. I am a dreamer of divine dreams. The dreams of my heart are the dream which God fulfills for me. As I yearn, my prayer is heard and the answer is prepared. My every thought, my every action is a moment in which divine support comes to me. Beautiful. Look at that. I'll just draw one of these every day. Absolutely. The second step is affirmation. So there's 1,000 ways to find affirmations, guys. I'm telling you right now. Affirmations, you can create your own affirmations based off of things that you're struggling with, which I love to do. And I will write that affirmation down. So I will tell you the affirmation for the Empress card, which is I am a fertile garden in which creativity flows. And that's so good to me because for a long time in my life, I won't say too long, but I have these moments in my life, especially before I really knew the power that lived inside of me. I didn't feel creative. Like, people that I work with would probably remember me saying, like, I'm not the most creative person. I'm not the most, I didn't have confidence in the things that I created. And for the longest, this is before I really knew anything about my spirituality or my life purpose. Before I pretty much did my profile for my life in this lifetime, I didn't know. And so I always told myself, like, I was always comparing myself to other people's creations. And so when I found out that the Empress card was my soul's destiny, my soul's purpose, that took me back. And I was like, what? No, there's something wrong. Let me recalculate that. Let me redo that again. There's got to be something wrong. And it came back as a 3 again. And I'm like, no, like, I have always struggled with creating. And then God revealed to me that that is so far from true. I have always been creating businesses and creating things in my life. And the problem is that in my life, I create things and then discouragement comes in. And then I don't want to create anymore. And then I fall into a depression and then I don't want to create anything. And then I tell myself I'm not a creator. And then it's so hard to get back up on my feet to create again. And that is the life of a creative being, is that you're constantly being tested. You're constantly being tested by the divine to keep doing what you've been put on this earth to do. So I just found it ironic that that was my card. And so I literally tell myself every morning, literally, it's not that long, it's a sentence. That is an affirmation. I am a fertile garden in which creativity flows. The third step is passion and purpose. Easy. You cannot truly be happy and truly be fulfilled in your life if you are not living out your destiny, if you are not fulfilling your purpose. So for me, when I did my tarot profile and I really understood what my purpose was, it was already in line with everything that I was already doing. And so it was just a confirmation. It was just little things that I needed to put together. I needed to calculate certain things. So when when I do tarot profiles for people, it's based off of your sun, moon, and ascendant. It's based off of the time you were born. It's based off of astrological aspects and all kinds of stuff. And I put it all together. And of course, I read books based off of what corresponds with your sign and in your card. But then I intuitively do a message, and I like to sit down with the person, or sometimes I don't want to, especially if I know them too well. Then I'm like, I know you too well, so I can't go telling you too much because then we'll be talking for hours. But it's such a blessing to see people's lives being changed, just being able to help them kind of wake up the things that are already inside of them, just kind of put them on the right path. And it's not me, and that's one thing that I like to make clear. Like, I'm not perfect. I am just willing to be used, and everyone has the opportunity to be used by the universe and to be of service to others. And that is my life purpose, is to be used by the universe to be of service to others. And my way of being of service is by creating. I love entertaining, I love singing, and I love sitting down with people and helping them figure their shit out. Like, life is hard. Like, life is challenging. And if I can do anything to make people's lives easier, to figure out, what am I put on this earth to do? What am I supposed to be doing? What is my soul's destiny? What is my life path number? What can I do with that? Like, that's what I live for. Like, I live for it. I love it. I love helping people on their journeys in life. Make it easier. I mean, I can't go on the path for you, but I can write it out for you. Like, I can sit down and talk to you. What I like to do is kind of like, give me a day, write it all out, and then I will just send you a video just like this one. And it helps. It helps so much. It's helped me so much in my life. Be able to block out things that are distractions. Block them out. Not in alignment with who I am. So I can't go off of my path, because that's not what the destiny has for me. That's not what the universe has for me. So like I said, I'm more than willing, and that is my purpose. That is my passion, to help others. The fourth step to self-love is to find the beauty in others. Nurture and love others. Clearly, that's what we're talking about now, is just being able to be emotionally there for others. Compliment someone. You don't know what a smile can do for people. A lot of times, it's so hard for us to be present with people, and sometimes that is life or death. Just sitting down, being present with people sometimes can save someone's life. I'll leave it there. I will definitely just leave it there, because it just hits me hard how sometimes people just want someone to be present. And one thing I will say is that it's not always easy, and I understand that. I've been hurt so bad being 100% present with people. I have been embarrassed. I feel like we're reaching a connection, and then you kind of flip on me, and then it causes me not to ever want to be present with anyone again. And I think that's what the society that we live in right now is so hard to be present, because fear is all around us. And God and the universe only recognizes fear and love. Spirituality boils down to fear or love. And when you put those two things on the table, it makes life so simple. And so now that I understand that, it's easy for me to be present with people, because I love you so much more than I'm afraid of what you may do, what you may say, how you may reject the love that I'm trying to give you. I no longer am afraid of being embarrassed. I'm just doing what the divine told me to do. And I'm just being of service. I am just a vessel. The Mother God cannot come into this physical realm and wrap her loving arms around you. She can't come into this physical realm and be a human. So she uses people who's willing to be used, willing to be of service, to speak to and speak through. And I am so blessed and so honored and thankful for the ability to be used by her and Father God that we all know so well. And we'll talk about another day. I will make a whole nother video and why I see the feminine and the masculine of God. God is everything. Everything on this earth has to have a feminine and everything that has consciousness has a feminine and a masculine aspect of it. And that's how it's created. The magician, the high priestess, created the Empress. And the final step is transparency, which is really good for me. Because as a mother now, I'm constantly seeing how being transparent is key to my son really learning my lessons that I have for him, learning the lessons in life. I have to be transparent. I have to be honest with him. You hurt mommy's feelings. If you know me, I don't like talking about my feelings quite often. We don't do that. It's a challenge. My soul's destiny, my soul's purpose is still a challenge. And it's really hard for me to talk about my emotions, but my son will bring that out of me in a minute. And he's my challenge. I put him on this earth to be my son. And every day I understand why. And the ability to be transparent is so healing. It's so hard for us to be vulnerable around people. But as artists, you have to be vulnerable. Some of the greatest artwork, some of the greatest pieces, some of the greatest music has come from people's most vulnerable places in their heart. And so those 5 steps will help you on your journey to self-love. It will help you tap into the energy of the Empress. It will help you tap into the energy of Mother Gaia, the Earth Mother. And one thing that you can do, I call it self-help for this card, is to get out and help Mother Nature. Get out and clean up some trash on the street. And goddamn it, stop littering. I'm so tired of people throwing shit outside. I'm so tired of seeing it. So some days, like when I have the energy, sometimes me and Royce will just go over. I live in an apartment complex, and like right on the side of the road, because there's no sidewalk, people just throw trash out. And me and Royce will go out there and pick it up. And I say, Royce, I use the grass as Mother Nature's hair. And I'm saying, Royce, we have to clean Mother Nature's hair. We have to get the dirt out. And we'll literally go outside and pick up the trash. And it's so simple. Those are things that you can do, physically do. Physical things that you can do to tap into the energy. Other things that you can do is sit by a stream, like she's doing in this card. You see her sitting by a stream. Go get a pedicure with your friends. Go take care of yourself. Like I said earlier, I don't know if I said this yet, but Venus, which is ruled by the Empress, is going to be in the sign of Virgo, which is so funny to me. I have so many Virgo friends, so many Virgo buddies. And you know what? If you're a Virgo and you're watching this, next week, and matter of fact, just this week, this is the week to take care of yourself. Virgos work so damn hard, and they are constantly moving. They can't sit still, and the energy and the planets are in alignment for you to take care of yourself. Like I said, Venus represents love and beauty and aesthetics, so it's the perfect time. The energy, it will be set for you to go on beautiful dates. Go on a date out in nature somewhere. Go on a date somewhere in a beautiful vineyard, or go have a picnic by a river. That is what the Empress in Virgo is telling you to do. Go out and enjoy the beautiful things in life. It's going to help purify those things that are clogged up in our minds. So once again, Venus is going to be in Virgo coming up, and that's just amazing. Virgo is my sister sign. We're earth signs, and it's a great time for me actually, and I'm really excited about that. So if you have gotten something out of this, hit the like button, share the video with someone who needs to tap into the energy of the Empress, and subscribe to my channel, of course, so that you can see other great videos like this one to help you on your creative journey. Thank you so much, guys, for watching the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful night, and whenever you're watching this, possibly day. Bye-bye.